Shapeshifting fallen angels are real, and they're here, in the flesh, deceiving us, getting us to worship them instead of the Heavenly Father. And I'm going to prove it to you in the most unlikely of places. Do you remember this guy, Johnny Manziel? You know, Johnny Football, also known as Money Manziel. And well, you know how El means Elohim, and most angels have the name that end in El: Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Azazel, and Manzi-El. And I couldn't help but notice the MM, that if you just turn sideways, looks like 3-3. And well, do you know that Satan, the deceiver of the whole world, he was thrown down to earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. And well, how many angels were thrown down with him? A third. A third is 0.33. You know, kind of like 3. And hey, that's a interesting looking hand symbol there. Sure, it means I love you. And well, I watched the documentary on Johnny Football recently, and I couldn't help but notice this odd song.
Oh, Johnny Football, you're an angel to us.
And well, I've known what he is for a while, because Johnny Football swept the nation. Kind of like his tail swept a third of the stars, angels, out of heaven. And while sweeping the nation doesn't happen organically, it's part of their plan. And like I said, I've known this for a while, but I couldn't present it to you all until I found some serious evidence. And well, an awesome subscriber named John posted a picture of someone in an unrelated topic, but I couldn't help but notice something. That's Mark Rippon, Super Bowl winning quarterback who just happens to wear 11. 1 + 1 is 2. Oh, and Mark, he also played for Cleveland. And can you see the resemblance there? What about here? Are you seeing it a little more here other than that little gap? Well, what if we put them side by side? And remember, I said they're shapeshifters, so they can look old and they can look young. Like that. Kind of like the Bible also says about angels, that they had human likeness, but each had 4 faces. Well, 1 and 2. And well, I couldn't help but notice these 2 marks right there. Do you see 1 and 2? Little dark spots. Do you think good old Money Manziel has those? Oh, look at that. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. You see, they can shapeshift, but they can't fully shapeshift their tissue that isn't working well, like scars, blemishes, moles. Just like a mimic octopus can look like a rock, can look like a fish, it can look like a snake, but it can't shapeshift its scars away because it's damaged tissue. You see how the eyes are perfectly in alignment there? And so are these holes in his face, damaged tissue, just like these ones up here as well. Hole and hole, damaged tissue. And well, there was a war in heaven, and the fallen angels lost, and they were cast out to earth. 1/3 of them. But there's also others here that transgressed with human women. And well, those seem to have the same wife across their 4 faces. Here's Money Manziel and Mark Rippon, and Money Manziel's girlfriend and Mark Rippon's wife. Sure, that's not the same siren. And sure, Johnny Football, aka Money Manziel, sweeping the nation and capturing the attention of young, impressionable male adults wasn't to sway them into partying and money and even rubbing that in God's face. All in an attempt to lure you away from where your attention should be. They're doing the devil's work. They're here, deceiving humanity. And I'm just trying to help you see that. And I'm a guy that didn't even believe in God 2.5 years ago, but I've been shown and I see, and I'm just trying to help others see. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm sure that he's just a doppelganger of Mark Rippon, who played quarterback for the Browns and looks just like him and has the marks just like him, and the girlfriend and the wife just like him, and wears the number 2, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Entertainment only, people.